All right, so you probably saw the title, and you probably thought, "Wait, the Apple guy's covering Samsung, like Android kind of products? What's going on here?" Well, here's the thing: as a tech enthusiast and as a tech tuber, it's always good to broaden your horizons, to expand your wings, and to see new horizons. And honestly, I love everything tech. I'm a tech lover. I get excited every time when a new piece of tech comes out. I just get so excited. Like I just get blown on. I'm just like a little kid in a candy store. Like, just take my money. Like, just take it. But in all actuality, like this Samsung Galaxy Fold 6, Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 is so cool. I love this. And we're going to be covering some other Samsung products as well in this video. But let's just get right into it, because this thing, oh man, I cannot tell you. Like, I've been reading the specs on this thing. I've been doing research on this. I've seen other creators talking about this. And so I thought, okay, it's my turn to really check this out, see like what the big deal is. Like, but I love the fact that we're going to be talking about the Z Fold Flip 6 as well, because that's another one that I really want to get into, because that one's really cool. But going back to the Galaxy Z Fold 6, you know, there's two different offers for gigabytes that they're offering. That's the 256 gigabyte and the 512 gigabyte. And to me, like, this is so cool. And they actually are. This is one thing that I didn't even notice until just recently. They're offering that limited time offer of getting double storage on them, which, guys and gals, whoever's watching, if you're like me, I would get the 512 gigabyte. I'm not just saying that because I'm a tech enthusiast. I'm saying that from the standpoint of being a realist and having a lot of stuff on my phone. Like, we all know that everyone has either a lot of apps on their phone. They have a lot of photos, videos, text messages, or emails on your phone. And knowing that you can get double the storage on these guys, oh my gosh! Like, if I was in the market for a new phone, I'd be leaning towards this. And I say that in full confidence as an Apple enthusiast. But it comes in 3 cool colors. It comes in pink, which, you know, pink's not really my forte. I would choose either the navy or the silver shadow. Now, full disclosure, guys, I'm going to bring this full circle. I'm wearing a blue shirt. I have a blue wristband on my watch. I'm a blue guy. Like, I love the color blue. Like, I'm just a blue. I just enjoy the color blue. It looks nice. And so I probably would go with the blue. But my second option, if I can get the words out of my mouth, would be the silver shadow. But I really want to go down here, and there's one thing I really want to talk about real quickly, like, because if you're in the market right now for a new phone, like, this would probably be a good one to kind of check out, because it says right here, Samsung trade-in value up to $1,200, or select carrier trade-in value up to $1,100 with carrier financing. Now, that to me, I'm tempted to get this myself. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm tempted to get this myself, but it doesn't work with my tech products I currently have. But seriously, like, this is so cool. I want to go down to the specs, because honestly, the specs for this are amazing. You know, wait, did it choose? No, okay. If I was in the market, that's one thing you got to make sure of, is that, like, when you're going through, make sure you order the right color, because right there it says pink, but I would choose blue. But I love the fact that it has the octa core for the CPU type. You know, the CPU speeds are right here. You got 3.39, 3.1, and 2.9, and then 2.2. The screen resolution is 2160 by 1156, and I think that's really cool. And I love the fact that it talks about right here, the main display size is 193.2 millimeter. That's a 7.6 full rectangle, and I think that is so cool. And a feature that I'm so happy that they have started to incorporate with the Samsung products, rounded corners. Because, guys, I don't know about you who's watching this. I've seen people with the pointy corners, like, and something about it just bothers me. I've used them for work. I've seen other people use them. I like my rounded I like my rounded corners. You know, I like them. I like having rounded corners. You can hate on that if you want. you can say like, oh, that's not a deal breaker. And if it's not a deal breaker for you, that's great. But for me, it's a deal breaker. I prefer rounded corners. But going back to it, you know, has the color depth is 16 meters. And I love, but there's one thing, there's a few things I really want to talk about, and that is the camera resolution, which, because as a photographer, because I will always be a photographer at heart. Photography's in my blood. Excuse me. You know, it has the 50.0 MP plus 12.0 MP plus 10Q. No, sorry, 10.0 MP. I know something covering my screen there for a sec. Technical difficulty, obviously. But this is another thing that I'm really excited for this, and it's the video recording resolution. This right here. Because, guys, I don't know about you, but I remember when 4K was first coming out. And 4K at the time, like I remember even going with my mom to a local appliance electronics store, and the guy's like, oh no, like 4K is the next new thing. You got to have everything 4K. It's going to look awesome. And then we went back like a few years later, and that's when they started kind of talking about 8K. And knowing that knowing that anyone can now get the Ultra HD 8K video in their pocket, like that's really big to me, because honestly, like I shoot a lot of my outdoor videos on my phone. And so knowing that I could shoot that on 8K resolution, oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how excited that makes me. And then having the stop motion for the 240 FPS FHD, 120 FPS is so cool. And I love the fact that it talks about the f-stops. You know, the cover camera has the f-stop of 2.2. The main camera has the f-stops of 1.8, 2.2, and 2.4. Like, because these are things that as a photographer, I use the f-stops a lot. And this is one thing that I'm actually really excited for, and that is the optical zoom of 3 times. I think in my mind, like, that is amazing, because I love the fact that, like, you can, zoom in 3 times what's expected. I mean, yeah, it says optical quality is 2 times zoomed in, but I love that you can now have the 3 times zoom. Oh my gosh, like, guys, I cannot tell you how excited this is. This makes me feel like, I'm a big fan of the LTE. Some people would be probably, I've talked with people who don't really like LTE, but I love the fact that, it's just, it has the latest Bluetooth version, version 5.3. It has the ear jack, which, so there's some people that are watching this. You probably don't like having the wireless earbuds. You like having the connectivity of connecting some earbuds into your phone. Before, I remember even on the Apple iPhone, I used to use that all the time, and then they changed it all around to where you had to have it either an adapter to plug in your earbuds, or you had to get the wireless earbuds. Ah, man, I love this so much. I'm so excited for this. I'm like a little kid in a candy store, just like, just take my money. Just take my money. But I want to go over the next phone, and I already mentioned it, and it's the Z Flip 6. This thing is really cool. Again, it has this, and there's one thing that I just noticed. It said carrier exclusive offer 1 year of Care Plus on Samsung. This is one thing that I feel like Apple does, but they need to kind of reevaluate how they do it, because with every Apple product, you always get like at least 6 months to a year of Apple Care on them, but it's very minimal care. But I love the fact that with this, you get a 1 year coverage of Care Plus on Samsung. That's how much they really try to take care of their clientele, their customers with that. And again, it comes with those 2 different storage ones, and they're doing that double storage on us, either the 256 or the 5 gigabyte. Now, if I was someone shopping for a new phone right now, I would be apt to get the 512 gigabyte, because it's the same cost of the 256 gigabyte, because I use my phone for a lot of things. And this one comes in 4 different colors, which I think is cool. Now, am I a yellow guy? probably that's not really my style. And the mint green, again, it's really not my style. I'm more of a silver shadow or the blue, because I love the color blue. It's one of my favorite colors. But going on, I want to go down to the specs for this guy, because honestly, this has a lot of cool specs in itself. And to be honest with you, let's talk about it, because I'm excited for it. So it has basically the same CPU speeds as the Z Fold 6. And honestly, let's dive more into it, because it has the 2640 by 1080 main display, which I think is really phenomenal. The main display size is the 17.3 millimeter. That's a 6.7 full rectangle, and it has, again, those rounded corners. Oh my gosh, Samsung, you are making so many people happy. You're even making this Apple guy happy with this, because does this compare now, in my opinion, to the Apple iPhone? You better believe it does. These two phones are now tied in my eyes. Samsung is really upping their game now when it comes to their phones. I used to make fun of Samsung, like, oh, can't wait for your phone to explode or catch on fire, and that was only one series of phones, and that was the Edge phones, and we just won't talk about that. But going on, back to the camera resolution, it has the 10.0 MP. Now, you don't get the same great benefits as the Z Fold 6, but you still get some really cool benefits. You know, the camera resolution alone is the 50.0 MP plus 12.0 MP, and then the video recording is still a good quality. It's Ultra HD 4K, because like if you're saying like, oh, I want to start recording videos for YouTube, this might be a really good phone for you, especially like if you're just a newer creator, or if you're like a teenager who's wanting to get into the whole content creation space. This could be a really good phone for you. And again, there's those f-stops, you know, the f-stop, you know, the 2.2, the 1.8, and the 2.2 on the main camera. Oh my gosh, and then with the optical zoom, it's not as good as the Z Fold 6, but it's still a really good one. I love the fact that it has optical quality. If I can get the words out of my mouth, I get tongue-tied quite a bit. Enabled by adaptive pixel sensor, and I think that is really cool. That they have a sensor that helps, you know, that it helps adapt to it, and I love that. And I love the fact that the digital zoom is up to 10x. So it's a really good phone. Like what else can you say about this? Like, this phone is really good. It has great internal storage. The 3G MTS is great. The LTEs are great. Everything about this is great. You know, it has the USB-C, and I love the fact that everything is going USB-C, because I can tell you right now, being an Apple enthusiast, I'm going to bring this full circle with you guys. The biggest pet peeve that I have had as an Apple enthusiast is the charging port. Is the charging port with the later iPhones. I mean, with the older iPhones, not the latest iPhone. They finally switched over. But I love the fact that Samsung's like, hey, we've already been with the game for a long time. Apple, you just need to get on board with this, because the USB-C it's the wave of the future, to be honest with you. But I want to go over something real quickly, because this is something that I was thoroughly impressed with. And honestly, I was just blown away. It was the Samsung Ring. Now, if you're like me, you probably are a big fan of smartwatches, but there's some people, I've talked with people who don't like having this on their wrist. They don't like having watches on their wrist for some reason or other. It just bothers them. This Samsung Ring right here, we're just going to click on this first one. Actually, no, we'll go titanium gold, because who doesn't like gold? You know, the fact that, like, you have this ring is so cool, and we're going to really talk about this, and you can get some extra savings with it, but really, I want to talk about the specs of this guy, because the key features: fits like a dream. So let's first talk about that one. Get personalized sleep insights with a sleep tracker that's so comfortable you won't even notice it's there. And if like I'm one that I don't really like wearing my smartwatch to bed. Like there's some people I talk to that they wear it to bed and there's like, it's great. By the end of the night, I'm just ready to take my smartwatch off and just be done with it. But knowing that I can now get this right here and it can be on my hand at all times, even when I sleep, and it can give me personal insights is so cool. And I love the fact that it says, less charging, more tracking. Go up to 7 days between charges with a Galaxy Ring that keeps pace with your busy lifestyle. Because honestly, guys, we're all busy. We are all busy. And I love the fact that it says comfort meets style. Introducing a Galaxy Ring for all day wear with elegant, lightweight design that slips right into your finger and into your day. Now, there's a lot of smart rings out there that they don't look that great. Like, I even remember in high school, this is in Carbon Day, by the way. I remember in high school, people would wear those mood rings, and they were cool, but I always thought they looked kind of tacky. But with this, knowing that they try to make it look stylish as well, because even as guys, let's bring this full circle, because if you're if you wanted to wear your Sunday best, like to like a wedding or something, you want to make sure that everything you're wearing matches each other. So if you're wearing a blue tie, you want to make sure you wear a blue wristband on your smartwatch, or you want to make sure that the Samsung ring that you have is going to go well with your suit, whatever it is you're wearing. But going back to it, I love the fact that it says right here, track your health and get your score. Own the day. Learn how ready you are to take on the day. Gain insights to improve how you feel using your personalized energy score with Galaxy AI. I talked before about the Apple AI. This is Samsung's version of that AI, but it's called the Galaxy AI. And I really am excited that they're incorporating AI into so much. And this talks about remarkable design for everyday durability, because if you work especially like if you work in like the construction field, you're around a lot of heavy machinery. I mean, the fact that they even say right here, the Galaxy Ring stands up with your day with a durable design that's water and scratch resistant. I think that is so cool. And then the fact that going along with that, it says Ready, Set, Track. Automatically collect insights you need with auto workout detection as soon as you start a walk or a run. Now, this is one thing, I'm going to throw Apple under the bus right now. This is one thing that Apple needs to really get on board with. They need to come out with their own ring, but they also need to, because they have something kind of similar, like where if you are taking like your dog for a walk, after a little bit, it'll say like, notice you've been doing a pretty up-paced thing. Do you want to record these? But they should just start automatically recording. Don't even ask you personally. And that's just my personal opinion. But I love the fact that it will just automatically start, does the auto workout detection. I think that is such a cool, innovative thing for Samsung to do. Your very own health dashboard, track your health on your Galaxy Ring and see all your insights at a glance with the Samsung Health app. I love that they really, smartphone developers are really becoming more conscientious about people's health. They know that people are more conscientious about their health, especially, given the times like, when people are trying to be more active. They don't want to have those health complications, if you know what I mean. But, and then going on with it, it says even amazing alone, even better together. I love the fact that like, if you are everything Samsung, so let's see if you have the Z Fold, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 or the Galaxy Flip 6, you can have the Samsung watch along with the Samsung ring, and all of this just intertwines like a perfect, unanimous, unending circle. The fact that they even say effortless charging, modern design. Charge your Galaxy Ring for up to 7 days and a convenient charging cradle that features a modern design. I think that is really cool. I love the fact, I personally really like that design of the charging module, the charging cradle, I should say. But really, guys, this is so cool. Like, I love this so much. The fact that like it has so many cool features. Make sure you tell me in the comments below if you plan on picking one of these up, because yeah, they're expensive. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you know, it's pretty expensive. They're like 400 bucks. I believe that they are 400 bucks. Let me hit the backs. Let me just keep, yeah, they're 400 bucks. Yeah, see right here, 400 bucks for various sizes. They come in a few different sizes. They come, and you know, this is size 10. There's various other sizes you can get, but really, oh man, technology is amazing. I love that every year, whether it be Samsung, Apple, Windows, all these different tech brands, they come up with new innovative ideas to get people to buy more products. Now, as a tech enthusiast, I can honestly say, like, this is a great time in the world to be alive. And on that note, I will see you in the next video.